Woo. Okay, cool. Alrighty, welcome to the Brunette Phoenix YouTube channel. Super excited to be here, to be back. It's been a minute. Um, we literally have, the last month we went to Disney, we came back, we got sick. Now we're all better, I'm on the mend, and it's fun. Oh, life is picking back up, but I'm so excited to finally make another video. I couldn't wait. I've been thinking about this. I had so many ideas going back and forth in my mind, but with my, I do have a workbook that I sell. It's a manifestation workbook. And something I've noticed is that anytime I talk about it, and I talk about it a lot because I'm passionate, like when I tell you this brings my soul to life, it brings my soul to life. um, the first question that people ask me about is money. 99% of the time, which I thought would be like love or something. No, people want to know about money. They ask me all the time, how do you manifest more money? And I'm like, okay, I can help you there. I was like, really, it's not one thing, it's not a one size fits all, but there are a few pain points that I can kind of go over. First one, you're always you are at all times manifesting abundance. The question you need to ask yourself, what am I abundant in? Right? I think folks, we separate. We look at the lack of money as we're not manifesting it. No, that's still manifesting something. You're manifesting the lack of. You're creating resistance. And if that's the opposite of what you want, well, now the next thing you need to start thinking about are, okay, how do I feel about money? That was a big one for me. That was a turning point. And that's when I would say I started to really create an environment in my life and even in my mind, a better relationship with money. And don't get me wrong. No one's perfect. These are things. This is like I look at it as something I have to check in with myself. Legitimately, I have to like kind of peel back the layers. I had some belief systems myself to dismantle. So never feel alone and never feel ashamed of your situation because that's silly. You know, we're all just learning. We're all on a journey, and there's no. It's learning at all times. Nobody, and I don't care what anybody says, no one has it all figured out. So we kind of learn from one another. So if there's anything I could shed on after you've kind of identified the truth that yes, you are manifesting the lack of money. That's that's clear that through, right? Now, why are we manifesting the lack of money? It's going to be we don't feel good about money. That's something that, and I think in some ways we love money, we think about money in good ways, but I think there's a lot of limiting beliefs that need to be broken down that most folks can relate to. First one being, a lot of people believe money is the root of all evil. I'm here to tell you, no, it's not. No. You can never be poor enough to save the poor. So, silly belief. You can only really, by elevating your own status, is the true only other way you're going to help others. If that's something that you're like, oh, if that's that limiting belief that's controlling you. There's so many limiting beliefs, but that's one of them, money being the root of all evil. Or people, honestly, for me, I struggled with the fear. I used to have this crazy fear of just running out of money. Like if I could get paid, let's say I didn't buy anything. I would literally have a fear of just running out. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm someone that I can tell you with like certainty, I had a lot of limiting beliefs to overcome in this specific area. And once I kind of dismantled them, life got a little bit easier. So how I felt about money was something I had to really dig deep. And honestly, sometimes it still creeps up and I'm like, wow, I thought we were past this, Jen. I can't believe. Like I'll be out and about and I'll say to myself, can't afford that. Oh, never say that. Tell yourself it's not a priority right now. Like there's just so many other ways we could reframe these limiting beliefs. Now, I'm not saying go out there and spend a fortune. Don't live like a millionaire. No, best advice too, if you are someone that is like an overspender, make it a mindset to live beneath your means, but as a way of supporting the future you. So, see, I talk a lot. I can quickly lose topic. So we've talked about, you're manifesting the lack of money. Way to overcome that is to start looking at how you feel about it. But to know how you feel about it, you got to know how you think about it. So that's where I would say anybody that wants to change their money story, start writing down, start thinking out loud real feelings you have about money. Like just like in my workbook, I don't cover a whole lot actually on money. I cover it. I go over a way, like, I want a full life, really. You know, we talk about career, we talk about life, talk about the way, how you live, like more so like a life design almost. I almost want to go back. I'm like, of course, every time I finish this workbook, I go back in and I edit it and change it and add something. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's been since 2021 that I have been doing this. It's a lot of fun though, honestly. It's like a work. That's a life's work. But because money seems to be something that people really bring up a lot. But you have to literally start saying to yourself, you know, how would I feel about money if I could talk to money and hear a response? Like little things like that. Like they sound silly, but actually do it, right? I think you might surprise yourself with the way you actually feel about it. So when you're spending money, pay attention to how you feel about it, because that's a true in the moment pain point. Your body's not lying to you. If you literally get nervous, I can tell you now, you got a limiting belief that you've got to go through. It's somewhere in there, and you're going to have to start pulling it out. I can help you pull it out. You can drop a comment below, and this is one of my this is my favorite thing to talk about. Anything manifestation, but this pain point specifically, I've delved through a lot. But I'll answer your questions. You could email me too. Totally, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. So ask yourself questions about when you're making the purchases. Anytime you see money come into your account, notice how you feel, right? Think about, wow, the stress that just left your body. But why were you feeling stressed before it got there? You should have known it was always coming, right? There's a lot that goes into the money stories that we tell ourselves. And I can tell you, for one, when you really dig into the feeling of them, the first part is the awareness, you know, knowing how you feel about them, but then comes the work of, so once you have identified the types of thoughts you have about it, the feelings you have around it, the next thing you want to do is to reframe it. Start telling yourself a new story. This is not an overnight process. I hate to say that. Maybe other people say it is, like, oh, you can do this energy work. Maybe you can. I haven't figured that out. Can't say I've tried and failed. But I can tell you, I have worked through my own limiting beliefs. It took some time. Definitely took a couple years. But along the way, there were progress. Like at one point in my career, I literally doubled my income in 1 year. So it can happen, you know. Great. Once you start doing the work, I think that, you know, the momentum, just start building the momentum. That's what I'm saying. Start building that momentum. And if you're manifesting lack, right? Got to find out how you feel about money and why you feel that way. Know how you think about money and know why you think that way. Next, you really want to know the new story. You got to start telling yourself a new story. You got to figure it out. What type of relationship do you want to have with money? And I legitimately do check-ins. I do. Yeah. You know, I used to be a person that I would be afraid to check my bank account. I'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to do. I don't know. I don't want to know the damage I had done. I'm like, oh, what did you buy? I mean, talking about someone who just came back from Disney. Like when I first came back, I was almost nervous, but I literally had to tell myself, I'm like, dude, you're fine. You paid. I literally paid everything I could before the trip. So when I came back, that there wouldn't be a single ounce of because I want to not avoid, but I want to make sure that I have created an environment for myself that's not tense about money, because it's just not worth it, you know, when there's unlimited ways to make more money. So it's silly when you think about it out loud and you're like, dude, what? And then you think about all the other ways that other people really build new lives. Like there are 8-year-olds that are famous YouTubers. Not that I'm like, I don't, you know. But seriously, and you're going to be worried about a coffee that you might have bought? It's silly. That's just a part of the limiting belief system and structure. So if you have any questions around this, I'm totally open to helping anybody kind of overcome some of these beliefs, because I could talk about this for hours and I will go on tangents because that's just what I do. But before I end off, I wanted to pull from my little villains deck, because, you know, in honor of Disney. I am also a mega Disney fan. I do have a Disney Instagram too. I've decided that it's just a part of my life, my soul, and my journey. I just love Disney, you know. And also, too, you have to be living your life's passion, okay? You do. Like I love manifestation. Like I'm a retail manager by day, but I make time for my passions by night. So I'm also really dorky. But I like it that way. I'm exactly how I like to be honest about it. Totally content. So if you're not living your soul's journey and your passion, yeah, duh. Your lack's gonna show up because you're lacking the main idea. You better get out there and start doing what you want to do. I'm telling you right now, you better go on now. Better get it started. You cannot be living your life not doing what you love and then go, wonder why I never have any money. I'll tell you why. Because what are you doing? The job you're not supposed to be doing. Yeah, thought so. You're asking yourself right now, why am I doing this? Well, because you need to make money. You can make money doing what you love too. And if you can't, not saying quit your job and go start something tomorrow, make small steps. Small steps. Okay, let's tap into this energy here. I feel like I've just, whew. Also, what does, I call you guys the collective. Yeah, I'm a part of the collective, but that's kind of how I look at this, like the collective, the team, my fellow friends, my besties out there on their soul's journey. Oop, that's the one for sure. Ooh, 2 of Wands. Look at that. Now, come on, people. Well, I think that we are off to a great start here. 2 of Wands. Okay, sorry. I dropped my thing. So, 2 of Wands, come on. I feel like now after looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe there are some folks out there that are in between some decisions of some passion here. Okay. I mean, either way, you're about to build a lot of momentum and you're about to start a new journey. And if you're stuck in between two, I always say to myself, anxiety, when you're anxious about it, it's fast and it's scary, but when you're certain about something, your intuition's calm and it's the gentle voice behind you telling you, yeah. So listen to your body. If you're getting butterflies, I don't know if that's the right one. Okay. But if you feel good about it, you're like, yeah, this is where I want to go. Not necessarily the easier one, but this is what I want to be doing. Let that be the little voice that guides you. I mean, trust yourself enough to make the right decision. You have to have self-trust. See, now I want to talk about that. This is why I made this whole YouTube. See, this is why. If I knock that down one more time. But yeah, 2 of Wands. Isn't that pretty? It's because it's Disney. Yeah. Honestly, I just love the whole deck. Yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful deck. Came from such a good friend. Okay, folks. That's about all I want to talk about today. But if you have any questions about money mindset, manifestation, let me know. I'm happy to help. I believe in you. I do. I think if you're on this channel, if you're clicking on this video, you're looking for answers, and those you're gonna find them. You're gonna do the thing. But I bid you all a farewell. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make it magical.